And we hot.
Back in the studio. Back in Alabama for a few days. Back in our bed for a few days.
Really a long time since we sat in the studio.
That's what
think about it. I mean, we did record the one last week's, but it was still a few weeks ago. It was.
But time just goes so quick. Laura goes, well, I thought y'all. I said, no, those guys said we haven't been in the studio in 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah,
we've been on the road.
Yeah, I mean, after plans changed a little bit, but we recorded one right after we got back from Illinois the next day, which was first week of May. Wasn't that when he graduated?
Yeah. He graduated.
And we talked Illinois then. So it's been 3 weeks. And I'm not apologizing, but I'll kind of pretend like I'm apologizing. I mean, we were pre-recorded a bunch of stuff.
Just.
I mean, we're on the road. If you can't tell by the podcast or by our post, we've been around. I feel like
this is the first week we've been home all week, and
it's been weird.
A month and a half, ain't it?
Yeah.
Now I know how my dad felt when he over the road drove a truck.
And I wasn't even home yesterday. I took off and went down and worked on my
I was in 40. Hamilton till midnight the other night. So
but that was work. I'm talking about I was down on a bush hog.
I like to be in my recliner.
I'm sure you'll make a day sometime this week.
Now, it's supposed to be dry this week.
Oh, well.
Be bowed up this week.
Anyway, so this one we're recording actually Sunday, the 31st of May. So this one will be out on the 1st. This will be fresh, hot, and new.
Hot off the press.
This is going to be as fresh as my underwear is now that I'm home. I can change them every night.
I'm just not 110% remember if we can remember everything.
No, I mean, man, what a season. And this may wrap up, and it probably will wrap up our main turkey talk. Not to say next week we won't have somebody on that talks turkey, because that's what we do.
I know we got 2 guys lined up that's ready to talk turkey.
And we got another, the Forche guy. We got to get him on one night.
Yep.
He's a turkey hunter, but a deer hunter and everything else. But anyway, we thought we'd just kind of wrap up our turkey season. 2026 is officially over for us. It ended, what day was that? May, the last day we killed a turkey, I can tell you real quick because it's right here on my pictures.
Around the 15th of May.
Yeah.
I just can't remember exactly what day.
May 15th.
Oh.
I took that picture May 15th,
around May
8:01.
Close enough.
So when we got back, we're not even generally chit-chatting. We'll just get right into it. We'll make it kind of, maybe it won't run so long. But when we got back from Illinois, we wasn't really sure. We'd been talking Michigan and Canada, and we wasn't really sure either one of those two is going to happen, just because of work and
life.
Yeah. But Canada did not work out. We ran out of time.
Which is sad.
It is sad. We just ran out of time. But Michigan still was on the books. Dog, I had a spider run up my leg. God, dog, it one of them violin spiders. But anyway, we had some private. We had permission to hunt, but we really hadn't contacted those folks. You hadn't in a while, and we was going to get it set up. And you ran across a guy. And listen, all you public land purists and all that, we hunted public land. We did it in Illinois. We do, but when you find a guy that's reasonable and basically 100% on birds, use him if you got the money.
Yeah.
To me, spending a few $100s extra and saying I got one done, or spending a few $100s less and not getting permission or not killing nothing and having to go back. I mean, not saying I want to go back. Matter of fact, we got connections now and can go back.
Yeah.
So anyway, it worked out. I don't know. I don't mind saying the guy's name to you. I mean, Patrick Wise was the fellow we talked to. He advertises all over the internet on different turkey groups. You've probably seen him, and everything he says is true.
Yeah.
I
He'd
mean,
jam up.
Generally you gonna kill first morning, first day, something. You don't run much into the second day. Although he seemed a little nervous. But anyway, before we get too deep into that, you contacted him and we sent him a little deposit and we loaded up the truck on the 19th.
13th.
I mean, was it 13th? No.
I think we traveled the 13th.
No,
we traveled on the 14th.
The 14th,
Yeah.
got there and got up next morning.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, so we got there on the 14th, and before dark on the 15th, we had 2 turkeys dead.
Mm-hmm. Some nice birds, too.
Yeah, nice, beautiful birds.
Trouble birds.
I'm going to tell you what. Exciting. And but I will say this about Patrick. He will work.
Yeah.
He was sending you pictures where he had been scouting all day, looking, he had done, we're going to hunt here, and all excited, sending pictures. No, I found something better, all excited, you know. So if you're going to use somebody like that for sure, because we have been burnt.
By a big outfitter, big name
outfitter. And I felt a little slighted on our Oklahoma trip. I mean, you know, I didn't feel it. At least we saw him.
Yeah.
He went with us.
And we seen birds.
And we saw birds, but yeah, you can't, we did spend some money though and didn't come out with a bird. And there's no guarantees. It's turkey hunting.
Right.
I mean, it's just like deer hunting. Just because you send somebody $4,000, you're going to go on this big booner hunt. Don't mean you're going to kill nothing. Yeah. It don't mean a thing. So, I don't know.
Well, once again, let me throw this out there. I'm not going to say a name because I don't want nobody to know who he is. But while we were in Michigan, we met some of the nicest people. First morning we was there, guy seen me in camouflage in a store, struck up a conversation. And we've made another lifetime friend.
Yes.
That didn't know us from anybody.
You friended him on Facebook, right?
We're everything. Yeah. Well,
I need to friend him.
I'll get you set up with him. But this guy said, if y'all don't kill today, let me know. I'm off work tomorrow. We got family land. Y'all are welcome to it. Now, that don't happen every day.
Listen, I was thinking about this. Matter of fact, I was talking to somebody about this. I know it wasn't you because it was last week at work. I ain't seen you. It's almost like we've
divorced. Been split up for a while.
Rebecca asked me the other night, was I lonely? I said, no, I'm here with you. And she said, well, you hadn't been with your boyfriend all week.
No,
I said, we talk a little bit.
Withdrawals.
So, but anyway, people in the Southeast in general, they could take lessons from people up in the Midwest.
Yeah.
We have not been anywhere. I can't say Texas because Texas, there's no public land really to hunt. And the only time we've been, we hunted with the people that burn us. But everywhere, Illinois, Kansas, Nebraska, every state, Michigan now, Missouri, Indiana, just welcoming.
Canada,
for sure. Canada. I mean, we didn't even knock on the door. We just drove up in the yard.
Yeah.
You know, so, but what I'm saying is, they're more open.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to explain that. And listen, they ain't nobody more Southern than me. I was born and raised right here in Alabama. And it was different when I was a kid. You could hunt anywhere you wanted to. You could fish anywhere. You could go camp.
Or go get a permit to hunt thousands of acres for nothing. Just a written permit.
And I'm hesitant to say money's changed the game. Money has changed it, but I think lawyers have changed it. But
insurance companies.
But why is that not happening up there? I mean, when now you're not going to get a yes every time you knock on somebody's door in Michigan or wherever you go. But I say you knock on 10 doors, you're going to get permission at least out of one of them.
I think if we'd had two more mornings to drink coffee in Nebraska, we would have had some farms to hunt there.
Oh, I guarantee.
They were just getting to know our names and everything. The turkey boys are coming in.
It took them a couple of hours to kind of warm up to us and come over there and pour us a cup of coffee when they didn't even work in the restaurant. But yeah, no, it was, how are y'all doing? Y'all have any luck today? You know, yeah, hey, Dustin, there he is.
We're just a couple of days away from having a spot.
And they could have liked our accent. I don't know. Hey, listen, when the ladies wash your clothes at the hotel,
and
y'all
I'll get
go
paid
on
to
and
do
we'll
that.
take care of your clothes.
We'll dry them. Don't worry about it.
Don't you worry about that. So, I mean, it's just everything you hear about, I'm going to say the North. Oh, they're all buttholes up there. Well, they probably are, but they're probably in the cities. These people out, listen, for you guys that haven't traveled, don't think Michigan is Detroit.
No.
Don't think New York's New York City.
Don't think you got to get far out of Detroit for it not to be Detroit.
No.
Because we wouldn't.
No. I mean, you barely get out of the last building and you're in farm country again.
Yeah.
And those people, they're just, I would say just like us, but I think they're in some ways probably better, friendlier than us.
Yeah.
You could knock on 1,000 doors in Alabama and you're not going to be told no. You're going to be told, hell no, get off my property.
Or held at gunpoint.
Yeah. I just don't, I don't know. I don't know if it's, they're more spread out because it is big farm country and, and I'm not saying you can't get permission off private land here in Alabama. I know a guy right down the road. He's got 3 or 4 places he hunts for free.
I know a guy that's got a pocket full.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's places you just got to know them. But if I went to any of those, the guy I know or the guy you know, or we both know, and I knocked on that door, I'm going to be told, get off my property.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It's just, hell, we had a woman at the restaurant wanted to come back with us. She's ready to move to Alabama.
Yeah.
I mean, she was heartbroken when you didn't show up.
I don't remember the name of that little old joint. It was pretty good, though.
Yeah,
which we were starting.
Yeah, well, yeah.
We were several hours into it by then.
Well, let's just get into our little hunt and we'll talk on later. Go ahead and, I mean, we left out on the 14th pretty early.
5 a.m.
5 a.m. We knew it was going to be about 11 hours.
And they're on fast time.
Yeah, so we was going to lose an hour.
Nashville killed us as usual.
Oh, God, Nashville.
Everything else went fine.
Man, if there was a bypass around Nashville.
I know, man. And the bypass they got ain't worth the crap. It's jammed up all the time, too.
They're just using the interstates that run through it and trying to make you snake around like it's a bypass. It's just ridiculous.
No bueno.
I mean, I don't know what's going on outside of Nashville where we stop every time. Not that I want to see blood or wrecked cars, but there's never a wreck.
It's just that much traffic.
And it's just stopped for what, 5, 6, 8 miles? And then it's opened up and you're running 70, 75 again.
Yeah.
So anyway. Oh,
it's
so we take off and head to Lapeer. I don't know. I mean, it don't matter. We weren't hunting public. We're not burning spots, so it don't make no difference. But yeah, that's where we were told that we need to get a room anyway. So around the Lapeer area, if y'all know where that is, I couldn't really tell you where it is. It's kind of northeast of Detroit, somewhere up in there, I guess.
Yeah.
And super friendly people there. No elevator in the hotel. That was weird.
Mm-hmm.
I guess all the handicapped people stay on the first floor.
But it was nice having food just right outside.
Oh,
we didn't have to get back in the truck.
Yeah, we just walked over to Buffalo Wild Wings. What do they call it? B-dubs?
B-dubs.
Why is that? What is that, B-dubs? Is that like B-W? Is that what B-dubs means? I mean, I don't know. Sounds a little ghetto to me, but, I don't know. I just call it Buffalo Wild Wings. I'm the old school, My brochures I call slicks. Well, I get made fun of at work about that. I'll tell you, bring me some slicks.
I've never heard them called.
You never heard that? They slick. They slick.
Yeah, they
That's
are.
What we always called them slicks.
I just know them cards they used to give you in Vegas.
Yeah.
I've had pockets full
You talking
of
about the hooker card?
Yeah.
Oh,
I guess it's all digital.
no.
I haven't been in a long time. I guess now it's digital. You walk by.
I went out there first or second time I ever went. I know we're getting this is a rabbit hole we're going down. But I had a buddy told me, bring me back some of them hooker cards. Man, I was picking them. They're everywhere. They lay them on top of newspaper boxes or the for sale box. I ain't really no newspapers no more. They're laying on counters. They're on.
Both my back pockets was stuff full.
I had to go get rubber bands to put around them. I bet I had 200 of them.
It's a trading card.
And let me tell you, these ain't them skanks you see running around in Birmingham now. I mean, and these are, I ain't gonna say they're high dollar girls, but they was all pretty.
Yeah.
I felt kind of. Well, I didn't feel I was embarrassed. This was right around, I don't know when security was you're still taking your shoes off and coats off and all that. They opened my suitcase.
You had the stack full of cards.
Well, yeah. And back then too, I'll tell you a secret I used to do. And I did it out of pure meanness because they were opening almost everybody's suitcase back right after 9/11 and all that kind of stuff. I took on my return trip home, all my dirty underwear. I blanketed the top of my bag. When they opened my bag, if they wanted to move something, they moved dirty underwear. And I did it on pure, and they'd run this, I don't know if you flew, they had some kind of cloth they would run around the edges of it, and it detected gunpowder residue, because somebody said they would play golf and the fertilizer make the cloth change color or something. But anyway, because they'd go, is there anything in the bag I need to know about? I said, all I can tell you is put on your gloves because that's got all dirty underwear on the top. I did every time. I don't know. And that wasn't just flying to Vegas. And I had to fly a bunch in my old life at the old company that I was part of. And I flew tons. And I did. I just tell them, yeah, make sure you got your gloves on because everything on top's dirty underwear. And I was not lying. So, all right, out of that rabbit hole. So anyway, we drive and we get up to Lapeer and you kind of take it over from there. It was kind of, you were the one dealing, talking, texting.
Well, on the way up, he kind of dropped a spin. We're to meet him the next morning. And so we were planning on that.
What do you call that? What did he say we was going to be hunting? The zoo?
The zoo.
The zoo. Man, you talk about getting fired up.
Yeah, we was ready.
I was fired up because he had done sent you some picture or a pin where the place was and what was it like? It was like a horse farm or something.
Yeah.
We looked at it and it was like, oh my God, this place is right in the middle of a subdivision nearly.
Yeah.
I mean, it was you got to understand, it was a big ranch of show horses, I guess. We never got to see it because
he was doing some scouting and I don't know, maybe an hour later he sent a new text and he said, hey, and he had video to back it up. Just seen 5 gobblers in one field. We're making a change of plans. Meet me here in the morning. And so we met him at some service station in some other little town the next morning at 4:45, 4:30.
But that's Eastern time. That was 3:30.
3:30 for us.
I mean, we hadn't changed our time. Our internal clocks hadn't changed.
No.
So I thought. For some reason, I thought we was gaining an hour, but no, we lost. That fast time, dadgummit, it'll get you every time.
Oh, yeah. And then he picked us up, and we headed out to where he'd seen those birds and made a big track across a cut field. I don't even know what was planted there last year because it'd been replanted.
I don't either.
All I know is it was dark, and we was just going across.
I think there may have been corn in it. It seemed like I might have seen
some old corn
where it got disc in or something.
Yeah.
But
it was wheat.
Here.
When we went to it, I remember him saying we're going to be walking through wheat in the morning.
But it wasn't as
tall.
Yeah, it was no dew anyway that morning. Because I'm thinking, oh crap, I left my rubber boots.
But the man packed me.
Let me tell you, I knew we had a good guy when he laid that tailgate down and had that 4-man, 6-man, whatever it was. And this was
like an army
blind.
tent.
This thing, I've never been in a blind that had that thick of material.
You could stand up.
Yeah, and it was over 6 feet tall inside. And he had that rolled up. And he grabbed decoys, and he had this thing somehow attached to the back of a turkey vest.
3 chairs.
And 3 chairs. 3 bag chairs. I mean, we did tote the turkey decoys. He would have. He'd have toted them all.
Yeah, he was headed that way. We're like, you need us to get something?
We'll grab something. I ain't carrying nothing but a gun.
Yeah, Yeah, because we chest packed that day.
Yeah. We knew what we were basically going to be doing, so we no need to wear a vest in. We don't use but 1 or 2 call. I don't know why I carry everything I carry, but I do. Maybe one day I don't know. I got to come up with something. If I'm going to tow the chair, I don't need a vest. Although sometimes you don't have time to put the chair down now. That's rare though. But anyway, this man, I bet you that blind weighed 150 pounds by itself. This thing was huge and thick and had big old bars in it and straps that held things taut. And
I'm thinking the whole
time, because, it's starting to break a little light. I'm going, man, I mean, first, then he goes, is that a turkey in that tree? And I think it's a squirrel nest or something. I don't know what it was, but I'm going, oh my God, here we are. What is this dude doing? But he had it in the right spot.
Boy,
we heard.
It was a quick setup once they got ready.
Popped it open and we hopped in there. The only thing I wish I'd done, well, I'm glad I didn't after we stayed so long, which we'll talk about, but I wish I'd brought my pot of coffee with me.
Yeah, you'd have been floating for sure.
Whew. No, I'd have pulled the old man card like I did and said, I got to go. I can either pee in the floor of this tent. I've done it before. But anyway, so we had got set down in there, comfortable. Well, he put a pretty decoy spread. Spread out. What was it? A couple of hens,
a jake,
and a jake decoy, and we all settled down. And sure enough, turkeys was gobbling. They was a good ways behind us, though.
Right.
I think he thought they were going to be closer too.
Yeah,
because it was pretty late in the day when he sent us the video, and they were going that way, I guess. So anyway, we sat.
Yeah. We had a hen come out that morning.
We had a hen.
Right after daylight. So we thought there's something in tow with her for sure because we'd heard all the gobbling.
But she paid no attention to us. I mean, she come out to our right, facing the field, and she turned and went to the right, and she just left.
I'm almost wondering if she was nesting, maybe just come out to get her.
I really think so. I think so. 'Cause she was not interested in those other hens, and sure not interested in that jake.
No part of it. And then, I don't know, some more time passed, and then 2 hens come out. We watched them for a while. Nothing in tow with them.
They went all the way out across that field and dropped over that hump. I think that's when I went to sleep.
Where we walked in, yeah. And then
I was asleep. I went. Was you asleep when he woke me up?
Yeah.
When I went to sleep. I ain't gonna lie. I mean,
had dozed off.
It was probably 12 o'clock.
Yeah, I dozed off myself.
11:30.
I heard y'all say something, and I was like, "What?"
Well,
what?
he was sat behind us. That's how big this thing was. I mean, he could. Matter of fact, he turned his chair sideways. One time, stretched out.
Yeah, he was plumb across.
Yeah.
He was asleep for a while.
But anyway, he bumps me on the shoulder. And he said, "Jake, there's Jake." And I looked. I said, "Where?" He kind of pointed. Be quiet, I'm thinking, be quiet. I don't even see him, I thought he was in the woods.
Yeah.
I said, where? The thing was right beside the blind. The window was right, chin level with me basically, and I couldn't see over it. He was just right off the edge there. And then he finally walked out into the field where I could see it.
That was awesome.
He was a monster, Jake. I mean, the birds are big up there.
Yeah. And he's going to be a killer bird next year. He had a decent beard and all of him. I'd call him a super Jake, I guess.
Oh, he was definitely the dominant Jake. Man, he went out there.
He put on show 45 minutes.
Oh, man. I thought he was going to peck the paint off that brand new decoy.
He was wearing that Jake out.
I mean, I don't know if we posted that video or not, but if not,
we got some good videos.
I'll try to put it up. I got to do all this tonight. I'm going to try to do this tonight.
He beat on it hard enough that I got his wing feather in the truck.
He was so give out. You see him how you just lay down for a second nearly and then get back up, and he's postured all over it. And then he went out there and pecked a hen in the head. Yeah. She didn't move. I guess she didn't squat down for him or something. I don't know. This crap about Jakes don't breed, I don't know about that. That wanted to.
Yeah, he was ready.
But the 5 gobblers, they never showed.
Never showed.
And they never, once again, they evaporated.
Yeah.
They gobbled on the limb, but when they hit the ground, did you hear a gobble on the ground? I didn't.
Nope.
I mean, sometimes my memory fails me, but
I'm pretty sure that, because it was kind of island with fields all the way around it, and I think they just went out the backside. I think they flew that drainage back
I think
there.
probably if we had circled however you could, if you could see that field from the road, you'd probably seen them out over there.
I do too.
But we sat there till 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock. I mean, about 2 hours before that, you done told me you had to pee. Well, I didn't. I drank a little coffee that morning, but not much. Excuse me. But by 1 o'clock, old man's bladder was filling up.
And usually I can hold it forever, but I was ready.
And his phone had died, so he was, well, here's the killer part. When the phone was working, he'd get a picture from one of his cameras. You'd hear him back there.
We should have went.
Yeah, we should have went over there.
I ain't seen a bird on this place in 2 days.
And there was a double out there or whatever. We could have doubled, yeah. So, anyway, his phone battery finally dies, so I know he's getting a little bored. And then his vapor died.
It was about
couldn't get no vape out. He done turned and's got a dip from you. I offered him mine. I was going to let him use my phone if he needed to use my phone. If he'd put me in his password, he could have logged in.
Hey, and I did learn some new terminology, and I don't know if that was new to you or not, but when he would look at them pictures, he'd be like, look at this 2-pack. Look at this 3-pack.
Yeah, no,
I've never heard that. Yeah. But since then, I have read that on a couple of other posts and
stuff. But that's more northern.
It must be a northern
thing.
It's a northern thing.
Right. That's like calling a spike a skipper.
So, yeah. So we call them doubles. They call them a 2-pack.
Yeah, a 2-pack. A 2-pack.
A 2-pack.
Well, that's like up in Canada, they call it a pint, right?
Yeah.
A pint. You get a pint of beer.
Yeah.
It might be just a can, but maybe it's a pint can.
It might pint can.
Well, they drink.
Yeah, they do it.
You better be ready to drink.
They do large up there.
Yeah. Tall boy on steroids. But yeah, I guess it was 1:30 maybe?
Time we got.
Finally, I just looked at it. I said, this old man's got to go to the bathroom,
He was.
And I think he needed to go, and he wanted to look.
I don't think he's used to that.
He was used to being gone way before then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he had already started that stuff, I know y'all got a couple extra days or what if you need to hunt. I'm going, man, it ain't even half a day ain't even over with yet. You don't know us. And he didn't. I think he learned some things about some Alabama boys.
At least this part.
I told him, I said, I'm here to kill turkeys. As long as it's legal, I'm ready. So, anyway, we packed up about 1:30.
Yeah.
He rolled that blind back up, put it on his back with those chairs, and we grabbed the decoys.
I told you cheers.
Oh, you told it. I told it decoys. Okay.
Yeah, we broke it down a little bit.
Yeah, we gave him a little break.
I didn't offer to tote that big old blind, though.
No, man.
I could have made it, but it'd been back to military style.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have been able to even walk.
I need to get him a good rucksack for him. That's what he needs with some ratchet strap or pull seat straps. He could do it. Send it to him.
So anyway, we get to the truck and we ride back toward where we met him at.
Seen some birds.
Saw birds. And we stopped at this little hamburger joint. Like I said, I wish I could remember it.
Yeah, me too.
They've been in business 50 years, like something like that. Anyway, it wasn't called Angels, but it's some kind of weird name. But they had a great hamburger, and we ate. And then we met him another 20 miles north up the road at a parking ride. And we got in his truck. Let me tell you that apparently either they don't enforce speed limits. They don't have, he didn't have a muffler. I'm in the back seat and I'm deaf, so all I heard was, ooh. I could see their mouths moving, everybody, but I didn't know what they were talking about. They'd look at me and I'd just nod my head. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, good with it. And he kept his window down too that morning. That wind was blowing directly on me, and it was cold.
It was cold that first morning.
But anyway, so we meet him, jump in his truck, and we're riding around, and we rode by the property where you ended up taking a bird.
Mm-hmm.
And there he was. I knew we should have went over here. We stopped. And let me tell you, he's just stopping the road. Get out with a binocular, stand on the door, out the window. and flag cars around him, whatever. It didn't matter. But we watched that turkey, and it was like, there's no way to get to him. There's no way to get to him. No way to get to him. So we left. And then we drove and crossed the interstate, and then we hit a set of railroad tracks. I thought he lost all the axles out from under it. That thing, when he hit those tracks, he was smoking it.
Oh, yeah.
And that was not a smooth crossing.
No.
I still think I got a gem L4 or something from that. But anyway, we're blowing down through there, and I'm just going to tell a story. I ain't ashamed. We blowing on down through there, and we whip up on one of his farms. I think that was the second place we went, right? We didn't see nothing else. I mean, we drove around, but that was the next set of turkeys.
Mm-hmm.
We whip across this wheat field, which is about knee deep, like he thought we was going to be crossing. And out in that field was 3 jakes. I don't have
2 or 3, 4 hens.
4 hens and a gobbler. Because we're stopped again right in the middle of the road, and we've all got our binoculars out. And these turkeys, I really don't even know. I guess they just get out in here and mill around because there wasn't nowhere they've been coming from. Because there's a farmer over there with a barn and with a tractor. They're not worried about him. They're used to that crap anyway up there. But the turkeys are making their way back. We crossed this big old, I'm going to call it an irrigation ditch. It's a drainage between these big farms. And they're making their way back that way. Or just maybe they're just mingling around going that way. It was a long time before roosting time. But he did say they were going to fly that ditch and go to those trees. And we're kind of pulled up there, stopped for a second, and he goes, if one of y'all are up for a stalk or somehow, I don't know if he called it a stalk or whatever, he said, you might can get in that creek or ditch, I call it a creek, and get down there. They're probably what, 400, 500 yards?
Yeah.
At least. And he said, you might get there in front of them before he thought they was going to fly over, I guess. And my only thought is it legal? You know, I don't want to go to jail. In our business, we don't need, I say our business ain't really a business, but what we're trying to promote and do, you don't need to be out there breaking game laws, poaching and, whatever. And he said, yeah. I looked at you and you didn't seem too enthusiastic about crawling off down that ditch. So when he pulled up to that culvert, I threw that door open and I whipped my gun out of the case and loaded it. I didn't have gloves on. I didn't have my face mask. I didn't have nothing. I just thought I got to get down there.
Didn't have your phone?
I had left my phone, which I probably needed. I don't know if I needed it. It ended up that way. But anyway, so I take off down this, and this thing's running water, so I didn't know how deep it was, and it was close. I'm just going to it got right to the top of my hiking boots I had on, and they're above the ankle. Thank God. If it had been below the ankle, I'd been swamped. So, and I'm trying to walk on the edge where I can, but man, that mud is so slick. So I truck it off down through there, and I don't know. I went, a couple, 200-300 yards. It had to be 300 if they was 500. And maybe I went, I don't know. I don't know how far it was.
It was a good way.
So I said, I better stop and ease up the bank. I don't know if y'all saw me do that. I was out of sight. So I ease up the bank like a jungle cat. And my eagle vision, I ease up my look, and the turkeys are down about 100 yards. They'd kind of been angling my way, I guess. That's about 100, maybe 150 yards down. They didn't know I was in the world because of the wheat. I didn't even look for the gobblers or any of that. I just wanted to see where a turkey was. Slid back down the bank, back into the creek. Well, before I did, I looked. And I picked me out a reference point. There they are. It was either a rock or a limb or something down there. And I said, when I get there, that's where I got to make my move. Now I can't. I was trudging. Now I'm trying to slip a little bit, be a little quieter, not splash, even though they probably couldn't hurt me. These banks were 15 feet high. If they was an inch, they was at least 12, 15 feet high, nearly straight up. So I get to that point. I get my gun, knock my safety off, and I start up it. And when I come up it, And you purist turkey hunters out, y'all might not bushwhack, but I do. If I can, I'm there to kill a turkey. I stick my head up, knowing I don't have a face mask on, and I bet there's a hen not 40 yards from me. She didn't see me at first. And I'm scanning now. I'm looking. I see a turkey, a male turkey, and you can't see their beards. The wheat's so high, it's covering their beards, and these turkeys are big. I mean, they all looked full grown without without seeing their beard. Finally, he moved. I could see he was a Jake. Then I moved. There's another one. Then I moved. There's another one. By this time, the hens done seen me because I'm having to kind of raise up to look. And I'm going, where is the gobbler? Well, he was further down from me, but they've all now done got spooked. And they're starting to move, and the gobbler moves. He takes off. And listen, I didn't have a rangefinder, but I put one at him. I'll just put it like that. He may have, well, he wasn't out of range, apparently. But anyway, turkeys fly. They flew over my head. The jakes go one way. I don't know where they all went. All I saw was the one I shot at kept running. I didn't even stay and watch him across the field. I knew, well, he's way out of range. I can't chase him down. Well, I guess I could have. But so I dropped back down in the ditch and I trudged my way out. I wasn't even in a hurry. And y'all pulled back up, or I don't know if y'all just sat there. I don't know what y'all did.
Yeah. After we heard the shot, we come back down.
Okay. So y'all had drove up where you could watch.
Yeah, we had went up.
But y'all wasn't sure I shot.
Yeah, we heard it.
Did you?
Yeah, we knew it was a shot. And then the bird never pitched. He run the top run.
Yeah.
He run in front of us.
Birds flew, but he didn't.
And the Jake. One Jake stayed with him. I don't know what that Jake was doing, but he run right with it.
Well, I don't know where the Jake went because he didn't get up. But when I got back to the truck, y'all asked me, did I shoot? And I said, I throwed one at him, but I believe I missed. And then as we're driving out, he said that, it was kind of like maybe you didn't because he didn't fly. He ran over here. He ran 400 yards across that field and he's hid in the wheat.
Yeah, he laid down
in the wheat. Which is crazy, but they do it.
Mm-hmm.
But I've seen a wounded bird do that too.
Right.
But Patrick knew basically where he was.
Mm-hmm.
So we parked. This is crazy. We parked. I didn't even put another shell in. I've still got 2 shots. I didn't even think about that till just now.
Mm.
And we start easing up this little farm road where the tractors ride between the fields, and there's a barn. There's the farmer's trucks parked out there. And as we're easing up that way, he said he's right out there off from that truck. It's okay. And I said, well, get between me and the truck. I don't want to shoot the truck. And as we got close to the truck, I said, stay a little behind me and my safety's off. Because he said, he's right here somewhere. And we just started walking. Best I can describe this, and I've never done it, I've just seen it, is how people walk up a pheasant.
Mm-hmm.
We're out in this knee-deep wheat. And all of a sudden, the turkey's head comes up out of the wheat. He periscopes up and looks, and he said, there he is. There he is. Well, my safety's off.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it takes a second to get the gun shouldered.
Right.
He's saying, shoot him, shoot him. Well, he took, 2 steps maybe?
Yeah.
And I wasn't 20 feet, probably. Maybe 10, 15 yards. I don't know. You could tell more by the video. You were videoing it. So, anyway, I killed the turkey. I don't know what time it was. I'd have to look at the first picture, but it was somewhere around in there. So, anyway, we checked the bird. I don't know what the guy in the tractor was thinking.
They was watching the show. They stopped watching.
But, was that a classic turkey hunt? No. No, it wasn't. Not one call was made. But it was still a hunt.
Mm-hmm.
It was still legal. And when we cleaned that bird, I found pellets in his opposite breast.
Yeah.
So I did hit him. He was wounded. Was it mortal? I don't know. May have been. That TSS penetrates deep into a breast.
He sure wasn't pitching.
No, he didn't even try when he got up. I mean, he didn't. He didn't even have his wings really. He was just his wings kind of moved, but he wasn't to fly. Now, he didn't have a broke wing or broke legs or none of that kind of stuff, so it wasn't like that. But anyway, so, you know, the purest of you out there, they got to gobble or you got to work them in or they got to fly off the limb and strut in front of you for 25 minutes. And that is not what happened. But let me tell you what did happen. A hunt that I will never forget.
Oh, me either.
A hunt I will never forget, not because I've just got pictures in a video you made, but never in my life would I dream when I'm going somewhere to turkey hunt, I'm going to be going down a ditch, cutting off turkeys, and then walking him back up and shooting him. I mean, it was crazy. Crazy.
I never even pulled the trigger on that one, but I sure won't forget it.
No, it was amazing hunt.
It was epic.
So, and I've debated posting that video. I just don't want to hear. Listen, I shouldn't take it personal. I'll get pissed off. I'll just tell you, somebody's liable to get cussed if they make some comment, but you'd have to be there.
Yeah, to know how to hunt.
If you weren't the guy that wanted to do that, that's fine. I would have no issue with you. But if you were the guy that did it, I wouldn't have no issue either. You know, I have issues with certain things. I don't like the dancing around like some Banshee Indian out there when you kill one. I'm not a hold them by the neck guy, but there is people that do. That's fine too. And if, you know, but if that's not your thing, that's fine. Just keep your mouth shut. You know, it was a legal harvest of a turkey. So we got mine. We got him checked, put it in the truck, pull out of there, and take off back down the road. We headed on past that farm. Remember, he picked that gobbler out. It was doing the same thing. All you could see was his head sticking up
right across the road from where you killed that one.
He didn't have permission to hunt that one.
No, big old Tom.
Because he thought about backing up and asking the guy that cut the grass.
Yeah.
But he knew he wasn't the owner. But apparently it's easy. Well, he's raised up there, so it's easy to get permission. He knows everybody. But so we continue driving. I'll let you carry on to wherever I need to jump in at on yours.
Well, so Anthony mentioned earlier that we went by a farm and we were planning on doing an evening hunt there, and by the time we got there, because he said if we can hurry and get over there, we can get. I know where a bird he struts in the same spot with hens every evening, but you can't get to him, so we need to get on over there. And that's how all this come about. Well, when we rode by there, he already had him some hens and was out there, and that's why we went and checked this other areas out where Anthony killed his bird. So we're just talking. He's like, let's go over and see what that bird's doing. So we headed back around. I don't know. It was probably 15 minutes from there. So, you know, we eased back around and sure enough, the hens had split off from him, but he was still on the woodline strut, but further down when we got there.
I thought, wasn't he going out toward the pole?
He was going toward that.
And then he turned and come back
toward
the hens.
So we sit there and come up with a game plan. We thought, well, maybe we can go up. There was another paved road to the right, kind of an intersection. We was going to turn right, leave Anthony there with binoculars, kind of watching the birds tell us what they were doing. So by the time me and Patrick got up and I mean, I hate to say this, but we had to park in front of the project, so we had to hurry and throw everything in the truck and lock everything up. Blinds, decoys, I'm talking about everything. And me and him, we took bare minimum out, jumped out of the truck. And as we're coming across, the hens had worked their way out.
They had got out. Yeah, I was sitting there watching with binoculars.
And we got out there, and just as soon as we got out into the open field, we looked, and them hens was looking right at us, and they turned and started going back.
They trotted.
We were like,
God. I said the same thing in my mind. Yeah. I was left at this farmhouse. Nobody was there.
I seen the lightning bolt.
Y'all might hear a little thunder and lightning here. It's about to come a storm, but if you do, just bear with us. But I see the hens, the gobblers over here on the wood line.
Yeah.
And what y'all were going to do is try to get in there and cut him off.
In the woods.
Y'all had to cross. I don't know how big that wood lot was that y'all went through. But anyway, I saw the hens and went, oh, no, they're busted.
Yeah, we knew it was busted, too.
But as soon as they got to the edge of the woods, the gobbler didn't know y'all was there because he was way down the wood line. They just stopped and started pecking around and feeding towards him.
You don't think about it, but there was a projects over there. A lot of people may walk down that road, you know, and they just moved over there to get cut some distance, you know.
And they had the safety of the woods if they didn't just go into
jot in, yeah. So, man, Patrick,
now how far away would you think I was? A good 3/4 of a mile.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm sitting there watching through binoculars. I have no idea what's going on
or where we're at or anything.
I did call you that one time and told you that he had moved down from where we'd spot him at, and
he was working.
I wouldn't call no more.
Right.
I did text you, but I knew it was futile. You wasn't going to be looking at no text because y'all was going to be slipping and trying to get in front of this turkey. So go ahead.
But me and him, we hit the woods. He'd never been in them woods, and man,
they don't hunt woods like we do.
No, and I know why. That stuff was thick. It was now. The good thing we didn't hit no briars like you would have in Bama, but you had your little die-offs, blowovers in there. You had swamp. I mean, where the water comes out of that field, it was wet. And we were weaving through trees and getting around. And I tell you, he knows his woods really well, or his farms, because he didn't drop a pin where he thought that bird was when we was watching him. He just knew. And so when me and him got in there, we stopped one time and he pulled
I don't
up.
know why we didn't drop a pin though. That would have made sense.
And he said, look, he was right here. He said, see this little indention? He said, that big oak right there. He said, that's about where it was. He said, so we're getting close. He said, so we're going to go up and we're going to start cutting in. So he's leading the way and we get in there. Well, he knows we're right on the edge of the field. And so he goes down on all fours. I go down on all fours. Said, what we don't realize is we went down in straight mud and we started crawling.
Y'all was in a low spot.
We was in a bad low spot. And anyway, we get going over and I kind of bumped his boot. I said, there's a hen, because I'm looking at a hen, and I said, she's right in front of you, because he was kind of watching where it was crawling to not make no noise. And I bumped his boot, and I said, there's a hen just straight out. He knew. So he kind of tucked his head, and he said, where? And I said, I mean, straight out in front of your head. I mean, just right there in the edge of the field. He said, crap. Well,
was that the hen that was with him?
She was the lead hen.
Because 2 hens had broke, all 3 of them was down, kind of broke away from him. And 1 hen went back to him because they actually silhouetted. I went, oh, man, I hope he could see that. If they come over there and that turkey crosses him, he sees it, don't kill the hen.
Well, like I said, when we come up, we was on them. And that's just how it worked out. And anyway, during all this, I looked to my right and I can see his head just sitting there glowing. And I said, I see the gobbler. He said, shoot him. I said, I can't. There's too many trees in front of me. I said,
God, we know your deal with trees.
I said, he's just right there. And he was maybe 15 yards to a bunch
But that
of
was
thick
so
stuff.
thick.
Oh,
so thick. It was a wall.
Yeah. And I mean, I'd have had I'm talking about a 4-inch gap to shoot through. And I was like, I just wasn't comfortable with it, you know. And I told him,
no need in
I said, he's moved. So he got behind one of those bigger oaks. And I told Patrick, I said, hey, buddy, you're going to have to lay down. And I said, you're going to have to lay down flat. I'm about to shoot over you if need be. And he said, all right, let me, he was trying to find a drier spot and lay back. And he did. He just sat back on his butt and put his hands behind his back. And I was able to get on one knee, and there was one little old gap there. And as soon as he stepped in that gap, I mean, I would say I shot as close as you did.
Yeah.
I mean, it was crazy.
Well, I was looking. I had the binoculars up when the turkey exploded.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish I'd have been videoing, but I had no.
When you were so far.
Yeah, but I would have, you'd have seen it.
Mm-hmm.
But I had no idea where y'all were.
No, that's the thing.
Well, you know.
At that moment, we didn't even know where you was at.
I couldn't even hear the shot.
Right.
All I saw was a turkey go.
I don't know if the way a crow flies, I'm going to say from where I killed that bird to where you were still standing, and we worked towards you at this point, I'm going to say you're still.
It's close.
600 yards?
Oh,
800 yards?
Yeah, that's a long,
long way.
I've got a video.
I didn't want to walk to you.
You got that video.
I didn't want to walk to you.
It was just me and a pile of geese.
Oh, the one video.
The geese didn't even move.
No, the geese never moved. I'm looking, and me and Patrick, I've got the bird. Maybe I'm at the bird. You sent me a picture or something. Yeah. And I look, and there's a goose I mean, maybe 10 yards.
They knew right behind the goose season.
That's right. That's right, but But man, it felt good to throw him over the old shoulder and come out.
He was a big old bird too.
Yeah. Yeah, so, man, we done well. I mean, I know we're trying to go a lot of places and all, but I'm going to go back and do the Michigan experience again.
Well, we're going to do it a calling. I mean, I'll do the same thing again if it comes down to it. But
oh yeah,
I'd like to go back and sit on a tree or a blind and call and have them come out and strut and work. Work to the call.
The two gentlemen that come in after us, they got to go to the zoo.
Yeah.
And it was on.
It was on. If we'd have went there, we'd have been on for us too, probably that morning. Oh, but I mean, I'm happy. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. I mean, this to me, my hunt, I don't know how you feel about yours. Mine was, it was one of the most special hunts I ever did. I've never done something like that.
Well, and us being able to pop, like me and him coming through woods, we don't know where we're at, coming through all this tangle vine and stuff, and just being in the right place, it was good. I mean, I loved it, and the good thing is, those two birds is hard for a lot of his hunters. He hasn't had anybody able to try to get on those birds.
Yeah,
and we was able to get rid of his two trouble birds anyway.
Well, I just don't. I don't know if the people that hunt with him are in shape to do it or even want to do it.
I think that's
a lot of pay hunters. They just pay to go shoot them a turkey, and they're not.
Yeah, they don't want to call. They don't want to do nothing.
No, they don't care about any of that stuff.
Mm-mm.
They're just maybe they've never killed one. They just want to kill a turkey. You say they'd kill one.
I'd love to take my daughter there.
He definitely did his job.
Oh,
I mean, there's no way around it. I mean, matter of fact, we went to his apartment to clean our birds that evening. It was like, well, what y'all want to do? You want to go walleye fish tomorrow?
Tonight, tomorrow, whatever.
You got an extra couple of days, and it's like, yeah, we got to go to Ohio.
We started scratching heads in.
It was like, we got to drive through Ohio.
All the way through it.
So, anyway, we got our birds. I did leave my glasses in there, and props to him. He found them and shipped them to me.
Quick.
I'm wearing them right now. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I didn't have to go to work but one day without them.
Right.
So, we take off to Ohio. We bought our hunting license. And so we had a little MRI from a good friend that kind of told us a place to try.
We were doing some e-scouting.
Yeah, we was e-scouting, and we found us a little town to go to, and it was a long drive. I mean,
yeah,
we left out pretty early next morning. And,
but we did get to stop at Tim Hortons.
Well, I was going to say after we had breakfast at Tim Hortons.
Yes.
Yeah, we got you. What's that thing called? The farmer's wrap.
Farmer's wrap. Yeah.
And I had coffee. You had your little girly latte thing.
I made French vanilla cappuccino.
Cappuccino. I'm sorry.
It was good.
When you say cappuccino, my pinky wants to stick out. But I like them. I had one somewhere. Maybe that day. Did I get one that morning?
That's some kind of
I wanted to get me one of those London Fog, but I was afraid they'd. What's this redneck do? That's a hard drink to make. But so we left there and headed south into Ohio, and like I said, we made a text to a couple of friends. And one of them gave us a pointer. He'd been in Ohio the day before. Gave us a reference of where to start. We never asked for much. We'll take any info we can get, though. I'm not proud when I'm going somewhere but Ohio had never even crossed my mind. I mean, it wasn't even on the radar, period.
For 26.
For 26 at all. Especially this little Michigan thing, we thought, listen, when I go hunt, it's usually the last day, last hour, last minute before I kill something. And so anyway, we take off, and I research, find us the room. You're driving. You did most driving on this trip.
I drove all this trip.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you did after what happened. You'd probably you'd said I did something, pushed the gas wrong or whatever. But about, I don't know, a couple hundred miles before we got to where the wind was.
We were driving through a storm.
Yeah. And you kept saying, boy, that truck's running or getting hit. or then you got thinking it might be a miss, and it's back to the wind. But anyway, we check in our motel, and we take off to go find this one pin point where a starting point we'd been given, and it was a long way. I mean, it was a dead end road out through Amish country. Beautiful land, though. Beautiful.
Yeah, it was.
And starting to rain again. So, but we drive there, and then we come out, and then we're gonna go hunt. We're gonna go. Well, we had our stuff to hunt if we'd seen birds could made a move on them, but we were gonna go. It was getting kind of dusky, and was going this. They're not wildlife management areas, but they're a game area. You don't have to have a permit or anything. It's all state land. It's open to hunt. We was going to swing through there, and it was going to be right at dusky dark. Might hoot, might hear something or whatever. But we drove several places, and that's when disaster, I'm going to call it disaster struck. Man, that truck, it went to running rough.
Jumping.
I'm talking about, it was like a broke motor mount in that thing. I was worried. I mean, I'm not ashamed to say that I didn't know if we was going to make it to the main road or not. But it was and we just filled up with fuel.
Yeah.
And you said, "Oh no, we got water and the fuel." And if you wonder why we're talking about this is basically our turkey hunt in Ohio. so we limp it back to town. I don't guess it's
we found no O'Reilly's.
Yeah, I mean, it was a big town. They had everything. They had O'Reilly's, Advanced, and an AutoZone.
Mm-hmm.
And
whatever that other place is.
I don't know what it's, anyway. So you bought a fuel filter.
And some tools.
Because
is this
note to self and me, which I keep tools in my truck, but we're not going anywhere without at least a little bag of tools.
And they're usually in there.
So anyway, bought some tools. We get back to the hotel. The storm's coming. It's already raining. You crawl under the truck. I go down and dig out a piece of cardboard out of the Indian's dumpster. And you lay under there and change the fuel filter. And they cranked up and ran okay, right?
Oh, yeah.
So we go in, change, we're going to dinner. We got her. And it did run good all the way to dinner. Didn't miss a beat. No code throwing, nothing. Yeah. We made it all the way around back to the highway. I guess we was going to that first red light after we pulled out. Started again, just like it. Of course, we're still thinking water.
Mm-hmm.
Water.
Looking back now, my light never come on for water and fuel.
Well,
I really wasn't thinking about it.
But your truck has been a little modified, so you don't know if everything's going to work or not. But it was throwing a code.
Yeah.
So, and it was threatening to put us in limp mode. And we're 700 miles from home. So we're going to give it a shot. Or that was the discussion when I went to sleep. But apparently you didn't sleep much that night. You'd been researching, doing this and that. And I got up. I always get up a little bit ahead of Dustin. So I'm dressed and drinking my coffee when you finally wake up. And it's like, I'll take you and drop you off. And I'm going to see if I can get this truck. And it's like, no. First off, we didn't need to drive it.
I didn't know if it was going to make it for sure.
I know. It's a long buggy ride back with the Amish guy. If the truck didn't make it. And then you got to get it back, and it ain't even running.
Yeah.
So it's like, no, let's just sleep in.
Because it was Sunday. So we had to wait for everything to open.
And when everything opens, we'll run down there and get another fuel filter because we once again thought, well, water's contaminated this one, stopped it up. So it gets time, and we get out there, and there's fuel all under the truck. And you crank it up, and boy, it's shooting a stream of fuel from the little bleed plug for the water. So there wasn't no more water in there if there had been water, but it's still running like crap. We spent about an hour trying to get fuel filters.
At
O'Reilly's. And finally you bought a couple, right?
Yeah.
And some more tools? Or no, you bought.
We went to Harbor Freight.
Oh, that's right. We went to Harbor Freight.
It was next
from
door.
there, and it was right. Yeah, it was the next stop.
Bought a
little
code reader, socket set, some other little things. Start the truck, and the dang thing ain't got a code 1. They're running smooth. We ain't even changed the fuel filter yet.
But we did.
Time we rounded the building and got back to the 4-lane, she started jumping.
Well, you did change the filter back there in the parking lot.
Now we backed up and changed it then.
Oh, that's right.
We thought we was good. We was like, well, check this out.
Yeah.
And then when it started doing it, said, just back up over there. Because they had an Amish buggy parking for the horses.
Yeah,
we could crap in the gravel. So we parked in there. And I changed the fuel filter. We run the codes on it. I deleted the codes. And no change.
No change.
We headed back to the hotel. So
may have been running worse.
So I had to do some more research.
So anyway, yeah. So we that was 10, 11 o'clock in the morning. So he Googled, YouTubed, and you come up with it was something to do with the number 2 cylinder injector.
Yeah.
That was the code, right?
Mm-hmm. Misfire number 2, something else number 2.
And then you found out that generally that means it's the plug.
Yeah, and injector pigtail plug goes out or whatever.
So I'm sitting there going, we're in no man's land.
On Sunday.
Yeah. Ohio on a Sunday. You know, what's the chances anybody's going to have this plug? And the big boys didn't. The O'Reillys, the Advance, none of them had it.
He said he'd get it to me Thursday.
Yeah, I was going back in my mind, old brother where Arthur, when he's trying to get his hair gel.
Yeah.
And, you know, he can have it to him in a week or two. We're just 2 weeks from everywhere. But anyway, there was one other spot. I thought it was just like a little mom and pop, and it still could have been. It wasn't a major brand.
It's a local chain, maybe, or something. Local chain.
And you called them, and the boy said, I got one. I'm thinking, heck yeah, because they're just down.
What, 0.2 of a mile?
Yeah, we could have walked there.
And
boy, it's expensive.
And I done the famous, can you put hands on it?
Yeah, put hands on it.
And it's a good thing, because the computer showed they had one. And, of course, that inventory is wrong. But
a store in one of their sister stores 30 miles away showed they had 2.
Then I called them, and we're trying to figure out that's 60-mile round trip with this thing running like that.
But we'd been out there fooling with it.
Yeah, we got out there, and while it was running rough, I climbed up on the top and started wiggling that cord, and it straightened right up.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got up there and we pushed on the connector some. Anyway, we made this phone call. In the store, he put hands on it. He had it.
And they were going to be there till 3.
Yep, 3 o'clock. So we jumped in the truck, head that way. No codes, no nothing. It ran like a brand new and all the way there.
We was knocking on wood, rubbing that dash, scratching my balls, whatever it did to keep that thing working. But she did. She run like a top.
We turned 60-mile trip and didn't have a problem with it.
No problem. So we had to plug.
So then you sit there we looking at each other like, it's running pretty good, but hang on, we're still 700 miles from home and we want to try to hunt. So we changed it out, jumped up there, cut it, got it all we got it snapped back in. Thank God it was number 2 right on the front. And
the only one we could touch.
Yeah.
Without disassembling exhaust and taking off heat shields and all kinds of stuff.
Mm-hmm. And we got it all snapped and buttoned back up, and we went out and done a little scouting / hunt that evening.
Yeah, we did that.
Because
neither one of us was in really, the mood was gone that day for me.
Yeah.
It was really gone anyway, if you want to get down to it. I would have hunted if we got one to gobble.
Yeah.
But
we come back and kind of ate a good meal.
Ate a good meal that evening.
And at the porch.
Yep.
That was called the porch.
Yeah, I think so.
Front porch, something. Anyway, we ate and come back and started getting a game plan together for the next morning because we were checking out Monday morning. And we was going to try to do a morning hunt and then head home.
And if y'all hear all this, it is pouring down rain on our metal roof. So anyway.
The insulation ain't even helping with it.
No. So bear with us.
And anyway, we both had just about had our had our fill. So, but we did get up that morning and left out early and found another piece of property that public ground that was south.
And it's kind of been 2 different people have told us there's turkeys there.
We met some local guys that deer hunted it. They don't turkey hunt, but they deer hunted and said there's a good amount of birds there and it was a nice place and wasn't that many people used it, which
was true.
Yeah.
That day.
There had been a lot of big 4-wheel drive tires.
Oh, yeah, they've been in there.
But anyway, we got up that morning, checked it out. Didn't hear any birds. Didn't see any until we left.
Yeah.
We'd seen some just down the road. Beautiful place. Oh, really beautiful. We rode around trying to strike a bird till I guess it got on to about 9 o'clock.
Yeah, about 9-ish.
And we were just, I think with everything
that's ready to go.
Happened with the truck and still.
And in the back of your mind, it could still happen.
We still got 700 miles to get home. So we tore out and stopped, ate us a little breakfast when we found a place, and then found a little route that we could bypass Cincinnati and tested the truck out.
Ran like a sewing machine.
Yep.
Still running like a sewing machine.
Yeah, I'm in it now. I wanted to drive it. I hadn't driven about a week, so I thought I'm taking it just to see what it does. It's been a good test while it's water.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad I went back and heat shrunk and done all the stuff I did.
Yeah, we were bare bone in it.
Well, I didn't really think about it, about just hitting the heat. Remember, I had the little mini torch.
Yeah.
I could have at least crimped or shrunk the thing so moisture couldn't get in there. But anyway, it was dry on the way home.
But yeah, we made it back to your house, unloaded you, or I unloaded.
We made pretty good time.
Made great time, I thought.
Yeah.
And back to reality, that kind of ended our 2026 season.
Boy, did the work start after that. Man, I have been wide open, and you have too. And
it hadn't stopped.
I mean, I worked today.
Would I get on an airplane and go to Maine if I could? Yeah. I'd be on one tonight.
It was almost sad being here for Memorial Day.
Oh.
Even though I enjoyed your cookout, and we had a good time, and I got some stuff done that weekend that I needed to get done because my Toyota was down as well.
Yeah,
and I, fixed that. And
I'm still doing honeydews around the house. I did cut grass today before this rain came.
I finally got mine cut Friday. It was wet, but I cut it, and it looks terrible, but it got cut because I had to brought the bush hog this week to cut it. So,
well, regardless. We both had great seasons this year. We traveled.
Seen a lot of new places.
Met some super nice people, made some great contacts, talked with our friends, some of them with one of our older friends. He's a big-time traveler, old coach there.
Yeah, man.
He's all over the place, and he kept up with us. We kept up with him. We kept up with Nick Wilson over there, all of his travels and what he was doing.
Christopher King.
I mean, this
Wes
Brewer, man, that is a turkey killing machine. He needs to write a book, and I'll buy the first copy. Yeah. But it's been an incredible season for me. I know I killed a couple more turkeys than you did, but I also had, a place close here to the house, so I got one more in Alabama. And then I looked up and killed that first one in Missouri, so it could have been anybody in Missouri wherever the turkey had turned, but that's just the way it went.
Yeah.
We're already making plans. We've done change plans 4 times this year, talking about where we're going to go. We're definitely, no matter what, we're going to get to Canada next year.
Yes.
If he'll have us.
Yeah.
We're going to get to Canada, and then I really think we should probably look at the New England. We're kind of leaning that way. We were out far west, and now it's New England, and I don't know. By the time we get done, we may be in old Mexico hunting ghouls. I don't know. So, anyway, it's sad it's over. It went by quick to me.
The Deer Expo.
The Deer Expo is coming. It's just around the corner.
I mean, we're about to get right back in it.
Like the 17th of July or something like that.
I mean, we're about to be right back in it.
So, yeah, things come. We got a dove hunt coming.
Yeah.
That's going to be fun. Looking forward to next winter. I never thought I'd say looking forward to this. Hope we get an invite back to duck hunt.
Yeah.
So, we'll get Charlie back in here too.
Yeah.
when it gets closer to that time.
Well, he's got to tell about his first turkey this
Matter
year.
of fact, we might get him on down here now.
Yeah.
I mean, if he wants to come, we'll bring him here. I love hearing people talk about their first hunt and first kill.
He's been after him for
my
3
son-in-law, he's after him, and he didn't have no luck this year. And we could truck it back up there to Michigan and take him with us. But if y'all were smart, you and him, I'll get in there with you. But y'all take them girls, and go back up with Patrick.
I think that'd be awesome.
And by then, I'm gonna be in tight with our new friend. I'll go hunt his property. Y'all go hunt Patrick.
Yeah, because the way he set up, we could go up there during adult season, and maybe to where we'd just take turns, I guess take both girls at one time and let them do their thing, and then the next day, me and him do our thing or something.
Or you don't know, by the afternoon, he may have y'all somewhere else. I can babysit.
Oh yeah. I
mean, I'll take them girls. We'll go find something.
Grace is going to get expensive. Well, actually, you know what? I can't take her up there for youth next year anyway.
No,
she'll be 16.
Well, I don't know what their youth age is.
I'm sure it's 16. Yeah. That's what most states are. But I didn't think about that. Yeah. But, she's going to get expensive if she starts traveling.
Yep. But it'll be fun. So I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, we got the calendar out already. Looking at dates. Can't wait to see what's going on. I know there's a lot of changes. Regulation-wise, Alabama things have changed. Season's moving back a week. Thank goodness. Getting rid of that stupid decoy rule. Thank goodness. Mississippi's made huge changes. Missouri made changes last year. They made a big change their deer season this year, too.
Yeah.
I think that's going to hurt outfitters in Missouri. Going from $200 to $500 and most outfitters, you as an outfitter up there, $1 all you let go anyway, right?
Yeah.
So unless somebody's got big money and won't kill too. But anyway, looking forward to it. Got the World Deer Expo coming next month. Probably need to try to get some hats made up or something by then. Just for friends and stuff. Got plenty of T-shirts left. I wish you people would buy some T-shirts. I don't know what to do with these things. I'm thinking about just going on Marketplace. I don't know.
I had to get us an eBay store.
Might have to. We need more than just one shirt. Anyway, all right. Well, we just want to catch y'all up, kind of wrap up turkey season. Like I said, we say we're wrapping up turkey season. We're not wrapping up turkey talk.
There you go.
We'll be talking about 27 and hopefully have some good guests lined up. Hope to get Eddie back on here, the turkey man, see how his season went. And we got other things coming and lots of topics to talk about. If there's something y'all want to hear us talk about, just shoot us a message us on our Facebook page, whatever. If you think you're interested and want to be on here, contact us. We'd love to have you in studio or over the phone if you're too far away.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, here in the thunderstorm, in the middle of the rain, I guess you got anything else?
No.
Well, we'll wrap it up then. So, nothing else. I guess we'll talk to you guys in about a week. So take care of your trees because that's where turkeys sleep.